Okay, guys. Snow went away. We've had nothing but solid rain for a week. I'm sorry I haven't put a video out in the last few days because we've been dealing with this muck and this mud. This mess right here is what my yard looks like right now. And it is no bueno. It is not fun. When you see this water running along here, this is not a creek. This is my yard. I'm standing right here by the greenhouse right now. This is a newly formed creek where it actually has currents of water running through it right now. I guess if I stop long enough for you to see it, you can tell. So this is our piles, our dirt, our mulch, our pig poop piles, and you can see what a mess this is. And this little creek is coming from HOA neighbor's house. The person who owned that property prior to him built a pond that basically dumps straight onto our property every time it rains. And we've had to learn to deal with that extra water coming through here. This is the reason we have been building all of the raised beds in our garden. And I'm going to go in the garden and I'm going to show you guys why. I got to walk kind of slow here because I'm liable to fall and bust my you-know-what in all these mud puddles. It's hard to walk through, y'all, especially when you're old. Okay, so we're coming into the garden now. I'll show you the middle of the garden here. So, when we get a lot of rain, this is what happens to my garden, right here. I got a stream of water flowing in right here now. Here is some more where this is just all flowing in from that property next to us. And when it was pouring down rain a couple of days ago, my bed with my broccoli in it, which is not making it, the freeze just kind of decimated it. I'm probably going to end up pulling it up and giving it to the pigs. But this bed, which is 4 inches up off the ground, as you can see, water was running over the top of it. So my garden was more than 4 inches deep in water while it was raining. So this is the reason that we're doing stuff like this. This bed is still covered, as are my pea plants, because we are still getting freezes at night every couple of days or so. We're going to take a peek at this. Oh yeah, they're doing okay in there, so yay. So because we are amping up our gardening this year to include a lot more plants than what we've been doing, so that we can sell the extra produce in our store, then we don't have the time that it takes to build 100 other beds. So here's what we're doing. This area that had our grow out pigs in it, and we moved them to another pen, We're opening this whole area up as part of the garden. We're going to take this fence, or at least part of this fence, down, and we're adding that whole area into our garden, and it's going to be a bucket garden. So we are going today to drive to Fort Worth, which is a 2.5-hour drive for us, because we have a guy that has 5-gallon buckets for $1 a piece. They're food grade, so I don't have to worry that they're going to have any kind of chemical residue in them. These buckets were storing honey. So anything left in the bucket should actually be good for the plants. And we are going to grow a ton of tomatoes and peppers and potatoes, tomatoes, taters, and peppers, in the buckets. And so that is our trip that we're taking today. Well, it's pretty full. It's not completely full. We got water running out the dam right now because we got overflow. But
I've seen it a lot.
Well, we've had this road
up out of Banks.
right up here. We've had this road blocked off before because of flooding, so it's not as bad as it has been before. We'll see up here if the road's blocked. I don't think it is, because here comes somebody right here. So
Before it was already water standing down in here. Everything in this area is drained off.
Yeah, it has been worse, and it could be worse. So, but all this rain, you know, this
Past,
is.
you couldn't see that.
Oh
fence.
yeah, right here, that fence.
Be
The fence right
underwater.
there has been underwater before.
All this has been underwater.
But you want to tell everybody where we're headed today?
We're gonna run to Fort Worth and grab a bunch of buckets.
Yeah.
So,
I already told them kind of what we were doing with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're
just a little road trip.
yeah. It's a couple hours away for us. That's if we don't hit any traffic or anything crazy. More than likely going through Dallas to get to Fort Worth, we would probably hit some traffic because Dallas traffic is kind of nuts. I would say it's probably the third worst traffic that I personally have been in contact with. I would say LA is probably the worst. Houston is probably a close second to LA. That's some of the worst traffic I think I've ever seen there. But Dallas can be pretty gnarly sometimes too. It's one of our many reasons why we moved out of the Dallas area 20 years ago, was because the traffic was just ridiculous. We lived about 20 miles from where we worked, and it would take us an hour and 20 minutes to get to work, which is crazy, you know, but that's just the way it was. And we did that for years and years until we finally just said, nope, we be done. No more traffic, no more high crime, no more smog, no more fighting the rat race. And here we are. Alright, we'll pick it up when we get there. So y'all, this is what 150 5-gallon buckets looks like. There is a lot of flipping buckets in this truck. But hopefully this is going to grow us a whole lot of food. Okay guys, there's our 150 buckets. So thanks for hanging out with us today, and we'll have more to come.